This is called a yo-yo quilt. You take round pieces of cloth, you run your thread through it, and then you gather it together and it makes these round circles that kind of puff out. My mom made this, and I can remember, gosh, when I was a small child living in our house, Mom would sit back in her chair or on the couch, and I'd see her cutting all these little rings out, and then she'd put the thread through, she'd gather it, and then they'd all come together. And after she did all that, you got all these little bitty rings and circles, and then she would take and sew them together. And I guess this is just a random, well, I see where she's got the dark together and making lines and stuff like that. But this, like I said, this is called a yo-yo quilt, and I can remember very well her doing it. We had a fireplace, and she'd be over by the fireplace working on that while my dad would be over reading a book and I would be watching TV.
And then where did she get the materials for it?
Well, my mom, she'd go out and buy material, but my mom was also a seamstress, and she was sewing for people all the time. In fact, I always said prom season was my favorite time of year because all the pretty girls came by and my mom made prom dresses for them. But she would take scraps left over from dresses she'd make for people, and she made all our, not all our clothes, but all my dad's shirts, and she made a lot of clothes for us too. So most of her quilting came from scraps from where she did stuff as a seamstress.
Then how long did it take her to make this quilt, and when did she finish?
Be honest, I don't know that. You're talking a long time ago, but if I guess, I would say probably she had this done in a month's time.
Wow.
Because again, back in those days too, you have to remember, it was standard, and most women stayed home. You notice I didn't say they didn't work, because they worked hard at home. But she stayed home, and so between things, she would work on it some too. So she also had spare time during the daytime that I'm sure she worked on it too. But one other thing about quilts like this would be used more for like a bedspread. As you can see, it's got the gaps in it. You wouldn't use this for a cover to keep warm or anything. This is decorative that would you put on top of a bed. And a few years back, Mom was looking through some stuff and saw this and knew I liked this type of stuff, and she gave it to me a few years ago. So that's how I come to get it, where she gave it herself.